Look. I know. I made a short like a week ago saying I would make this video and I never did. Weeball, I commit to my word. Here we go. youngposse covering K-hip-hop. Now, I made the short on this. If you haven't seen it, you can check it out. It looks like this. Go check it out on my channel. I didn't give too much of my thoughts, just like a general overview of each member because I only have 60 seconds to do it. So I wanted to share my thoughts on this because it's still really cool. I need to get all this youngposse hype out of me so I can, start hype up other groups too. If you didn't know, youngposse did a little medley of covering K-hip-hop. Kind of, over like 2 weeks ago. And it's this right here. This is youngposse cover medley of Rubber Duck, which is a Lil Cherry Yeonway song, Too Much, which is a Jungkook song, and Heat, which is a Mirani song. This is really cool. I was expecting, go check out the original if you want to, if you haven't checked out my short either. It's on a channel called Bleep, something like that. I hope I'm pronouncing it kind of right. But oh my god, I'm gonna go through this. I'm gonna play with you. Hopefully I don't get too much copyrighted, and just walk you through my thoughts and everything. And it's kind of like a relaxed video, but oh my god, I'm so hyped. So this isn't the most unheard of thing in the world, right? I just want to make that clear. Asa, Baby Monster, she covered Joyner Lucas, Eminem, both very impressive rappers in their own right. Billy's rappers, the girl group Billy, they covered a Hound song. Craxy Girls covered Tiger JK a year or two ago. You had what other girl groups have covered stuff? You've had quite a few girl groups cover K-hip-hop and hip-hop, and normally they're the ones that most people look to, which is one reason why I'm super hyped, and the other reason is just the quality in this. This doesn't feel like it's a K-pop group covering it. I don't know what it is. In a subjective way, youngposse just has so much, quote-unquote, what K-pop fans would call swag. I hate using that term, but they have so much natural energy for it that they're enjoying it, and it's not like they're forced to rap. I mean, they might be, but it's like they're having fun while being forced, if that's the case, right? And they're embracing it, and they're wanting to try it, wanting to do it, and that's the energy they're giving off is so amazing. Let's dive into what they're actually doing in case you haven't heard any of this yet. So they start off with a Rubber Duck, which is Yeonway and Lil Cherry. I hate Lil Cherry.
Yeah, that's me. That's me.
This verse is awful from Yeonjung. The verse is so bad, but Yeonjung makes it sound so good. She actually makes it sound good. I don't know how, but yeah, if you go back to my macaroni and cheese videos and stuff, when I talked about her, I literally used Lil Cherry as a comparison for her delivery. That was like a Lil Cherry Damini mix. She covers Lil Cherry so perfectly with the delivery. If you've never heard Lil Cherry before, I'm gonna pull it up real quick. It sounds like her mouth is full, if that makes sense. Well, she's rapping. Very bad lyrics, but a lot of K-hip-hop fans love her. I'm not a huge fan, but then listen how accurate this is. The delivery is so on point. I mean, I actually like her version of the delivery better. It's a little more enunciated and more my taste, but the impressive part is so on point. I don't know. She fits that Lil Cherry vibe so well, and I think does it better than Lil Cherry, in my opinion. Subjectively, I'm hyped for it. That was so cool. This is the one time I would have loved to hear Lil Cherry cover out of a K-pop idol, because I think that from her macaroni and cheese. Right? It's super like a Damini rasp with a Lil Cherry style. And then we get into probably the arguably best version. And this is Doeun completely, in my opinion, my subjective opinion, outdoing Yeonway on a Yeonway verse. So Yeonway's a very whisper rapper type thing, right? And Doeun comes in. Not necessarily whisper rapping, because Yeonway's drop it down on my she's enunciated and super soft with the back of her voice and airy, right? And Doeun comes in, doesn't try to match it necessarily, but matches the vibes, and I think she does it better than Yeonway too. I wish there was an official version of Rubber Duck like this, because I would love it. Oh, yeah. I think it's so well done. By both of them. It's probably my overall favorite one. It's so good. And again, the thing we have to point out the most here is the delivery, because that's what they can do the most with. They're not writing these, obviously, asterisks in a second, you'll see. They're not writing these, and it's not like any of these are insanely, like, difficult flows. It's not like they're covering, like, Mino in Turtle Ship, where he's like, and he's going all this offbeat, out-of-pocket stuff. It's not like they're doing that, but the delivery is what I'm really focused on, right? So we move on to this Jungkook song. I don't like this song at all. I don't like their version of it either. Not because they're bad, but it's just not my vibe of a song. It's kind of Jieun's and Jiana's lead vocally. It's much more focused on their vocals because everything else they've done is very rap focused, right? And then they get to this. SUNHYE has so much. She's so natural at, like, it doesn't feel forced. Like, again, I feel like there's a trend in girl group rapping K-pop, especially as we got to the end of 4th gen and the start of 5th gen, where there's like a factory of how girl group rappers should rap, and everyone tries to be the same. And it's so refreshing getting this like individuality back with things like SUNHYE here, where she just like is just herself and she's just having fun rapping, and you could hear it in her delivery. It's so refreshing. You could hear it in Mac and Cheese too, but you know, again, I don't like the song, so I'm not a huge fan of this rap. I have something else from her. But yeah, let's skip to here, because this is, if you had asked me, Matt, what is the weakest part of youngposse? Like, what change would you make? Before this video came out, I would have always told you every single time, Jieun was too young to debut. She should not have debuted with the group. I can't say that anymore. I remember that asterisk I put about self-writing. This verse is self-written. Because the Jungkook song doesn't have a rap like this. It's all English. And this is Korean, this verse. I don't know if there's like, she's covering somebody else. I just don't know. But to my knowledge, this is self-written. Unless somebody could tell me otherwise, no one has yet. So like, what? I mean, I know she wrote in Rookie of the Year too. And it's not like Rookie of the Year is pretty good. I think she had one of the weaker verses on there, but that was so good. There's potential there that you can hear now. And it's like, she's the only one of the 5 to self-write on this video. They gave it to her. I gotta respect it, you know? Now we go into the song called Heat, which is mainly the names you need to remember are Mirani and Lil Boy. They cover. They do a great job just covering the vibes of the song. It's so fun. And they all rap, even Jiana, who's the vocalist, and she does have good raps outside of this too. But the main ones I'm going to point out are SUNHYE right here goes off on Mirani's verse. She copies her voice inflections masterfully and makes it her own somehow. Voice inflection. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, she already, like, you know, has one of the best verses of 2024 K-pop already with Rookie of the Year. If you haven't seen that video, you can go check that one out. Great verse in there, and I couldn't be happier. She sounds so good over Mirani. Mirani's a legit rapper too. She has some legit raps, and that sounded great. It's not like it's technically complex, but again, we're focusing on the deliveries here and how they sound. Do they sound like they're manufactured, or do they sound like, hey, let's do this for fun, and they're all enjoying it? That's what I'm looking for. Because to me, I made a video on this a few years ago. To me, I know everybody's like, to be a real rapper, you have to write your raps. To an extent, yes. To me, to be a real rapper, you have to be passionate about the art of rapping. And that does entail writing your own raps. But if you're writing your own raps because, hey, Matt, you got to write a rap for your YouTube channel to show everyone how good rapping sounds like. I could write a rap. I'm not a rapper. I have no passion behind it. I have no story to tell. I have no tales to say in my lyrics. That's not being a real rapper just because I wrote it. You gotta want to write it too. And that's what I hear out of youngposse. It's like one of the first girl groups I hear that from, beyond, like, you know, Soyeon, especially the older days of Soyeon. This is the first time in a long time I'm hearing that. it's so refreshing, and that's why I'm so hyped, because it's like, just hearing the delivery and like how much fun. Like, they could have easily gone in here and just been like, yeah, let's act like, designer shoes, and put like no personality into it, but they clearly do, and I love that, and it's why I'm so hyped for them. Even Jiana, who was a vocalist, I'm sure she wants to sing too, right? But like, she wrote verses about how, like, hey, I'm new to rapping, but I want to give this a try and put my all into it. That's what she wrote in her verse in Posse Up. That's what she wrote in there. She's like, hey, I've only been doing this for a month. I'm gonna do my best though. I'm gonna give it my all. I want to see how good I can get at this, right? Jiana, like, she's a vocalist, but at the end of the day, she wants to give it a legit try. It's so refreshing. This is kind of like my instant reaction, if you will, but in my takes on this. Doeun and Yeonjung completely outshining the original Rubber Duck, in my opinion. Too much, not the biggest fan, but the big thing to pull off of there was Jieun's rap. And then SUNHYE and Heat, as well as Jiana doing a little bit of a sextuplet. Always refreshing to hear Jiana do a little rap. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here, guys. I appreciate it. Scrolling on the screen right now is all my amazing patrons. If you want to join that, I post reactions up there. I put my VODs up there, and you can request stuff if you're high enough tier. But yeah, I would appreciate it, because that's literally, I'm gonna get copyrighted this video. That's my main way of income from this. So if you can support me, I would appreciate it. If you want to support me for free, come join our Discord. The link is in the description. But yeah, shout out Young Posse. I'm so excited for the future. I'm so excited for the next comeback already, even though I'm still enjoying this one. And yeah, with that being said, I'll see you all on the next one. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye.